Well, Matt, I guess that is a huge 3 points for you tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I thought we controlled large parts of that game. I thought we looked a real threat. We had some power top end of the pitch, and our shape was relatively good for the majority of the game. We let them back in at early second half with a poor goal defensively from our point of view, considering we worked on it this week. We knew Porter and their centre forwards would pull to the back post. We didn't get enough pressure on the cross, and then it's sometimes difficult to defend against because he is a handful. But then to bounce straight back from that, I was delighted with the boys, the character and the personality and the endeavour of the group. They showed real intent to get pressure on the ball, and look, we know Crewe are in good form at the moment, a very good team at home in the league this season, so that is a big 3 points for us.
Yeah, you mentioned Crewe in good form. That's the first defeat here since the 8th of December. That's how big this win is. Yeah,
definitely, you said it there yourself, they're in good form, but we've not been in bad form ourselves, and part of my team talk before the game today was we've got to turn these performances into points. You know, people keep speaking about the business end of the season, but it is coming down to that. Every point's so important, and Crewe have been on such a good run that they could become a rival, sort of saying it, in those promotion playoff places. So it was important to put a marker down today. A really solid away performance. You know, Carlisle was a good performance, but we didn't pick up the 3 points we wanted. I thought we were value for those 3 points today.
It couldn't have been easy going into the game because no Nicky Law, no Lee Martin, Jonathan Fort obviously a doubt, so it must have been difficult this week. Yeah, but testament to the group, testament to the staff. Nicky unfortunately picked up an injury Thursday, and Lee Martin wasn't fit enough. Jono's trained once since his injection, so hopefully the injection will have a benefit to his body, and he's fit and available from now on. But you know, credit to Ryan Bowman, he's come in and he led the line again, and look, he was physical, but he's mobile. That's one of the reasons we signed him. He can run defence. I said to him before the game, if you're a defender and you're up against someone who's stronger than you and then can run faster than you, then you're in for a difficult afternoon. But he's got to keep using that body as best he possibly can, and we've got to look after him at times and give him good service because he's a handful. And service in the box, he was excellent outside the box, but I still want goals off the back of it. But MJ's finish was a sign of real quality, and maybe we got a little bit of luck. I think it was an own goal from what the lads have said in terms of the first goal. But you put the ball in that 6-yard box, that was a criticism I had of the team last week. We've got to put the ball in that 6-yard box and ask questions of the opposition, and mistakes are made at this level. First half you saw how we defended our 6-yard box compared to Crewe, and we got that bit of luck and went in at 1-0. Second half it was all about grit and determination, plus a little bit of quality as well. You mentioned grit and determination. Dean Moxey looked like he took a whack in that second half. It looked like he was going to come off. Yeah, he was. He carried on and soldiered through. He did. I've highlighted that because he did the same against MK. He's not a centre half by trade, but a bloody nose at MK, and he's starting to learn. Well, he's not learning because he knows what it takes to win games of football, but certainly centre half is an important position where, as a manager, you don't want to make changes, certainly in the central areas of your back three or back four. So Dino staying on that pitch, it was a hamstring, so that's a worry going into Tuesday night. I'll be surprised if he makes that trip. But you know, it was all about those 3 points today, and relatively the last 10-15 minutes, I think we kept them to half chances, if that, if even getting close to our goal. The ball, I felt, was closer to their goal and in the corners of the pitch where we wanted it to be. And we've said time and time again in the last few weeks about opposition teams seeing games out against us, and we did that really well today. You mentioned Tuesday night, obviously Nicky Law missed today, and Dean Moxey picked up that injury. Are they going to have to be assessed before Tuesday night? Yeah, but realistically, if you miss an injury with a strain, a muscle strain, 2 or 3 days doesn't really make too big a difference. So I'll be surprised if either of them are available for Tuesday. We'll see. You want everyone available, but you can't risk certainly those 2 players you've just mentioned, the serious players for them. So we're going to go to Lincoln and try and win the game like we do every game. But we've got to be ourselves. I've just said to the group, we've got a long journey back now. We'll be having fish and chips on the way home, and I'm sure the players will have a few sweets and whatnot. They've got to get to the gym in the morning, get in a pool, get in an ice bath, do something they don't like doing on a Sunday to get them ready for Tuesday night. I'm not saying spirit in the camp was low anyway, but this must give you a big lift ahead of Tuesday. Yeah, but anyone who's watched us recently has seen our performances have been where they need to be. It is results, and results boost confidence. It's just as simple as that. But the spirit's been there throughout the season. I can't ask for any more, and MJ probably typified that today in terms of coming into the team, doing a specific job in midfield, and then his bit of quality for the goal. He's been frustrated this season, but he's made a mark today. I got value out of him, severe value out of MJ today. So he's got his shirt now. It's up to him to keep hold of it.
I was going to say, great for MJ. You know, as you say, doesn't get the game timing perhaps once, but he's got that quality. I mean, definitely. People talk about his technical quality. He showed it today.
Yeah, and he's probably playing a different position now to when he started out. Started out as a centre forward or a real 10. He was in a midfield 3 today, and it might just suit him to a certain degree when a game's in front of him and he's coming onto the play. Look, he's one of our fittest players, so I know he covers the ground. his size isn't an issue if you're on a good pitch against a good team, i.e. Crewe. It'd be a different story linking when up against some absolute monsters Tuesday night. But they're good players as well. So look, MJ's come in and staked his claim. He really has, and it's a bonus for me that I've got more players I can trust in amongst the squad.